All right, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome back. First week of new stuff. You're going to need to watch these videos, so please make sure that you are watching these. At the end of the video, I'll give you a secret word that I'd like you to type in the name spot on the worksheet when you're done, so I know that you watch these videos, because if you come to talk to me on the office hours and you haven't watched these videos, that's going to be kind of an issue, okay? So anyway, moving forward. What we're going to take a look at here is some exponent stuff. Throughout this week, we're going to do multiplication, division, and then a combination of both. I think you guys will be fine because it's kind of similar to some of the stuff we were doing on the review, especially the second stuff with the simplifying. Now, first thing we need to review, though, is exponents. What do they mean? This is exponential form. 5 to the 4th power. What does that actually mean, 5 to the 4th power? Well, two things to keep in mind. Number one, what is the operation? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. And what does that form mean? First thing is it's always going to be, every time you see an exponent is going to be multiplication. Okay. The 4 is just telling you how many of, and the 4 is the exponent, 5 is the base. So it's telling us that we're going to multiply 5, the base, 4 times. So in expanded form, what you are going to need to do is going to look like 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. 5 multiplied 4 times. Now, the standard form is basically, and you're not really going to have to write this, but just so you know, the standard form is going to be just 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And that is going to be 625 in this case. We're not actually going to simplify to standard form very much as we move forward, but it's good to know what that means. Standard form would just mean simplify it to the number. Expanded form, spread it out. So what we are actually going to take a look at is going to be this, and this is what you're going to see when you open up the classwork. Obviously, as always, I will have it completed, and then you'll just have to come down and do these problems just as I did these. All right, so to simplify each expression, it says you need to put numbers as exponents. So one of the things I noticed when you guys did the first assignment was a lot of you either didn't watch the video or didn't follow directions. When you want to put something to an exponent, you have to go to insert, equation, and then type. Okay, that's going to be really important. So here we go. Five to the third times 5 to the 6th. Two separate exponent terms. They're being multiplied. Now let's think about, what does this mean? Okay, the first term, 5 to the third. How many 5s are we multiplying? Well, we're multiplying 1, 2, 3. So 3 5s are being multiplied in the first term. Now let's think about 5 to the 6th. How many 5s are being multiplied? There are 6 5s being multiplied. So I'll just hit enter and we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there are 3 5s and 6 5s being multiplied. Now, the exponential form. So essentially what we did was we took it and we expanded it. Now we're going to put it back together. All right, how many 5s total are being multiplied? And in between, there is multiplication. Multiplication in between. So how many 5s are being multiplied? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So when it comes to exponential term, I'm going to want you to come to insert equation, and you're going to put 5. Now, to get the exponent, you're going to do shift 6. Pick you up. How many 5s did we have? We had 9. So what do you notice about the exponents when we multiply? There's 3 and 6, and we ended up with 9. You're just going to add the exponents. So we didn't even have to do the expanded form. The expanded form is helpful, but you're just adding the exponents. The base, as long as the base is the same, you can just add the exponents. It's 5 to the 9th. 6 plus 3 is 9. Let's do the next one. Now we have variables, but let's go ahead and do the expanded form. How many x's are being multiplied in the first term? 2. 1, 2. Okay. How many are being multiplied in the second term? There are 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then how many y's are being multiplied? Well, we have 3. 1, 2, 3. So that's the expanded form. We spread it out. And then we're just going to put it back together, but we're going to make it simpler, or as simple as we can. So again, insert equation, because we're going to have some exponents. How many x's total are being multiplied? You can count them up from your expanded form. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, x's right there in a row. So we will do, oops, oh, there we go, x, shift 6, and there are, well, 6. All right, I'm going to hit the right arrow to go back down, and then here's the thing, how many y's? We still have only 3 y's. So again, we didn't have to do the expanded form. You do, and I want you to get used to it, especially at the beginning here. If you have trouble coming up with just adding the exponents for the exponential form, because there are 6, 4 here, 2 here, we add together 4 and 2, there's your 6. And y has a different base, so there are only the 3 y's. So the expanded form is there to help you. I know it's kind of weird typing out a whole bunch of x's and a whole bunch of 5's, but that is there to help you, so that way you can count them up if you can't do the addition, especially as we get into more complicated problems. Okay. Now, again, let's do the expanded form. How many 7's? There are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just putting a little asterisk, that's shift 8, to put that in between, that multiplication symbol, if you want. Okay. Okay. How many 4's? 2. 1, 2. How many 7's? 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Oops, 4. Went overboard. And then how many 2's? There are 4. So 1, 2, 3. All right. So that's your expanded form. Now, the exponential form. How many 7's do we have in total? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So make sure to do insert equation. 7 up to the 7th power. How many 4's? Still just the 2. So 4 up to the 2. And then 2 up to the 4. In that case, we only had the 7's to combine, and that is not correct, if you notice. I didn't put enough, I didn't count all of the 7's. There are, in fact, 9 7's. My apologies. 5 plus 4 is 9. So you can check yourself as well. Go back up to the top here, 7 to the 5th, 7 to the 4th, 5 plus 4 is 9. So if you don't count all of them there, just make sure to check yourself. All right, last one. Now, we have a number out in front. It's a little bit of a combination, but there's only 1, 2. Something to keep in mind here. Let's see if I can get the pen. I don't know why it won't let me. Okay. That 2. 1 second. Okay. It won't let me write for some reason. That 2 is separate from the x squared. Okay. You can, and I'm going to probably switch over screens here. You can take, let me find some open space here. You can take this whole thing and separate it by multiplication. So it says 2 times x squared, so you can do 2 times x squared times y squared times x to the fourth times y squared. Everything is just one long string of multiplication, but that 2 is separate. That is important to note. Okay, so there's only one 2. There are 2 x's. There are 2 y's. There are 4 x's. And there are 2 y's. One long string of multiplication. There's the 2, the x's, and the y's. Now, when we go to write it in exponential form, there's only one 2, so the 2 goes out in front. Took care of it. Now, the x's. There are 2 x's here and 4, and they're being multiplied. So in total, how many x's are we multiplying? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually, since we have some exponents, create an equation. 2x to the 6th. And then how many y's? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Y to the 4th. And that would be it. So in conclusion, when you have things with like bases, x to the second, x to the fourth, you can just add the exponents. If you can't do that, the expanded form is there to help you to count them out. Other than that, complete the assignment below. Do it exactly as I did, please. Expand it like this, and when you go to do the exponential form, you have to create an equation. Insert equation, and then go from there. Your exponents need to look like exponents here. The secret word that I would like you to type up here, if you can, would be eggplant. So that way I know you watched this video. Other than that, have a good day, guys.